Hi everyone. So if you typed into YouTube just now, Go High Level Review, I'm guessing I came up and you're looking for a Go High Level Review, and you are looking preferably for someone who has actually used the software a lot, and software's a little bit like it, so you can have some form of comparison. So I'm going to go through Go High Level, the software, the backend, and I'm also going to give you a snapshot at the end of it, so you can learn some tricks and tips, and you can use that snapshot to get a step ahead of everyone else. So first of all, let's go and take a look at high level and actually see what it can do. Okay, so here we are on the front page of Go High Level. This might be what you see first. This is what happens when you type into Google Go High Level and you see their main page. But with when I give you my snapshot, you'll see a page a little bit like this, which is exactly the same. It just says by PowLeads, which is my company. And yeah, so you need to sign up using that link in order to get the template that I'm going to give you. So first of all, let's just have a look and just go through a couple of the things that are on the front page here. You can see that there's a lot of agencies that already use this. So if you're an agency, it's perfect for that, because in fact you can actually white label this software, which is kind of crazy, and I'll show you what that looks like in just a second. And yes, of course, you've got like a 14-day free trial, and you can see on here, you know, what it does. So essentially you can capture, nurture and close all in one piece of software, which is really cool. So what I really wanted to kind of highlight here is a couple of the things that it can do. So it can create full websites, full funnels, landing pages. So think more like click funnels. However, I would say a little bit more advanced in terms of editing. You've got drag and drop surveys and forms, online appointment scheduling. So that's basically Calendly, like sorted. So you don't need Calendly anymore. You can also nurture your leads. So, and this is where the fun really begins. So you've got multi-channel campaigns, you've actually got workflows and things like that, which I'm going to show you in just a sec when we go in the back end. And you can create kind of like anything really, a really customized workflow system in, you can pretty much do a ton of different things. So you've also got fully automated booking. So you can create, again, campaigns that that will make sure that you get that booking, and you can even do things like drag in the CRM, which has also got a CRM, by the way, into a follow-up campaign, and then and send them more information if the call went really well, or if they didn't turn up, you can do a no-show. So basically sending them information so that they can book again the meeting that they didn't show up to, which is incredibly important. You've also got membership areas. So I've created courses and all kinds of stuff inside of there. So that kind of solves a lot of course creation, people's issues. So you can actually create free and paid courses inside of there, and you can make as many as you want, which again, is one of the biggest highlights to this software, I think. You can also, so yeah, we've got this here. So we've got like a workflow and pipeline, which I'm going to go through in a second. Full analytics and reports all in one place. So if you're an agency or if you're a local business, either way, you want to show your clients that all of your good and hard work using the analytics and the reports. And yes, you can collect customer payments. It's even got integrations with Shopify, which is kind of crazy. And you can use PayPal and Stripe at the moment inside of their customer payments. I'm sure they're going to be adding other things like cryptos and things like that, I'm very sure. So you've also got this kind of this, if you are an agency, you have full white labeling abilities. So you can actually create the same thing as what I've got on PowLeads, which is actually a full-blown SaaS system I've got. So you can really white label it. You don't need to have the SaaS. You can just go with the agencies, and then you can get unlimited So you pay one price and you get unlimited accounts. So you can have like 1,000 accounts if you want, and it doesn't change in price. And those people can have unlimited team members, which if we're going to go against something like HubSpot, that is something that will start costing you thousands and thousands of pounds just to have a single account with multiple members. So as you can see here again, yep, you've got like you can create basically a proper SaaS, which we'll go through in a second. And yeah, and award-winning support. Their support is awesome. I really like it. They have all kinds of things. They have massive courses that help you really get into it. If you go into the deep into the SaaS bits, they have their general help is incredible. Their Facebook group alone is insane. Like I've seen a lot of people just message on there and get an answer back. In fact, you'll probably see me on there answering a lot of questions most of the time. And yeah, and it's obviously 24/7, so you get it back straight away. And yeah, and what I really wanted to kind of show off here is the kind of features versus other items kind of thing. So you can see here that GoHighLevel combines everything all into one. So if you actually add up everything, you're getting to something like $1,400 a month, whereas GoHighLevel is $297. That's for if you're an agency. If you're a local business and you're looking at this, then it's actually only $97 a month, which is again great, kind of mad. And yeah, and you've got pricing, the agency unlimited account and the agency starter account. So the starter is really good for you do have to add in your own Twilio, Mailgun and things like that, but they've got a really good onboarding system to really help you set that up. And also if you use my link, I'll help you set up things personally. So with the agency, again, you get everything in the starter and you get unlimited sub accounts. So like I said, you can have thousands of sub accounts. And you get a full branded desktop app, so you can actually change your logos and things like that. So you'll see in a second what you can do. You can even white label a mobile app if you wanted to do that on a custom Zap upgrade. There's actually another upgrade on top of this called the SaaS plan, where you can even charge your customers. They can use your Twilio and your SMTP, your Mailgun or email. And basically then you earn some money off of you earn some money off of every time when they send an SMS or an email or anything like that, which again is kind of mad. So you can see I do invite you to go and have a look at some of the testimonials. There really is a lot of people here that absolutely love this software. So let's have a look at inside the actual software. That's what you're here for. So you can get a sneak peek inside of GoHighLevel. I almost called it my own company name here. So as you can see here, so I've got two templates up here that I wanted to quickly just show you. One is more dedicated to, so this one, Power Academy to Power Template. This is if you wanted to sign up for the $97 a month one, and you just wanted a single account and you just wanted to build a funnel for yourself, okay? And you just wanted to maybe build a course or something like that and build some landing pages, create a big marketing funnel and things like that. So so this template is what I created. So if you sign up using my link, I'll give you this for free instead of what I normally charge, which is $49 for this. So what we've got here, so so what will happen is you'll log in and then it will ask you to connect things like this: Google My Business, and connect your Facebook, connect Stripe and things like that if you obviously want to you want to sell anything. And you've also got like hosting for WordPress if you haven't got that already. Then we can go into the dashboard, and as you can see here, sorry, it's actually asking me to, there we go. So you can see that basically you'll have all of your opportunities here, how much money is in your pipeline, and your kind of conversion rates for anything that's been bought on the site itself that's been set up through here. You've also got By the way, we're gonna switch to this one in a second if you're an agency. This is, but I thought I might just blaze through this one first for those that are looking for a single account. But it's pretty much, as you can see, it's pretty much the same. It's just this snapshot, which again I can give you for free, is a little bit more powerful, I would say. It's more dedicated for if you wanted to build an actual SaaS out of this and you wanted to do the full white label. So therefore you would go for either SaaS mode or agency mode. So yeah, I'll talk about that in a sec. Sorry, I got distracted. So here you can see you've got your conversation. So if you have a VA or anything like that, what I find super useful with my VAs is them just simply being added to this system, and then any emails or SMSs or anything that has been sent by the system, or even Facebook messages that have gone through your Facebook page. And I think they're going to be adding WhatsApp and possibly Instagram DM. Actually, they've already got Instagram DM. So basically, this is just a single page where everyone, where you can let a VA in to reply back to emails, or you can just reply back to emails all in one area, which I find incredibly useful. And also, did I mention that they also have an app? You don't have to buy the app, but you can also get your clients, they use something called Lead Connector. So it's not branded to GoHighLevel or anything like that. And they can download that, so the second that they get a message through, like a booking or anything like that, they can actually be notified directly on the app, which is, I think, pretty cool. And yeah, so you've also got your calendar here, so you can scope out exactly who you have a meeting with next, and you can go in and on the contacts page itself. So actually what I'll do is I'm going to show you this next. I'm going to show you the contacts in SaaS template, because I've got some examples here. So as you can see, I've got Bob example. So if you had a conversation with this person, or you're just about to jump on a meeting, you can add things like notes and figure out their activity. So what page were they last looking at on your sites and things like that, and that information is incredibly important. And obviously you've got things like D&D on all channels or a particular channel, which is very useful. They can grab an offer, so you can add them to a course here. You can also see all active campaigns, past campaigns, and what opportunities they're in, which is the CRM system, which we'll go through in a second. You can also see, so that's kind of like the contacts and the, so we'll go back here. What you can do, which I think is useful for just about everyone, you can import contacts, of course, export contacts. You can send a review request via Google My Business to everyone if you wanted, or you can set up a campaign to do that automated. So after they've gone into your store or something like that, or they've just booked a meeting, or they've bought something, you can then time a Google review request instantly, which is obviously useful for local businesses and normal businesses as well, to collect reviews simply. You can also do things like you've got filters on here, so you can actually filter a massive amount and really get down to exactly who you want to target and go for. Next, we've got opportunities. So in opportunities, what we can do is we can actually move people around in this CRM. So they'll come in. So maybe this is all your Facebook leads, and then maybe they start a new trial, or they've booked they've gone on booking confirmed. Maybe that meeting went really, really well. So you just move them over into follow-up, and then that can actually trigger a new action. So that could trigger an email saying, hey, that was a really good call. Click here and we can book another call. Or if they don't show up, it go, oh no, what happened? You must have missed the call. Here's a link so you can reschedule super fast. So, and obviously these can be as complicated as you want. You can really get in there and you can make multiple pipelines, and target particular campaigns, things that are open, and obviously move them if they're lost or they've won. So yeah, it's a really good CRM system, and like I said, you can make as many pipelines as you want. and switch between those pipelines. So that's the CRM system done. Payments, what we've got in here is, in fact, we're going to go on here. So we're back to Power Academy template. So that's the single. So yeah, it's saying here we haven't got a Stripe account connected, obviously. And what you can do from here is directly send invoices, which again is pretty cool. So you can send those invoices via SMS, via email, or you can copy a link and just send it anywhere, and they'll come straight to a nice, beautiful page, and then they can pay via Stripe or PayPal. You've also got all of your orders and your transactions. You can add products here and directly import them from Stripe, or you can just create a new product here, and that can be a subscribe monthly product, or it can be a single product kind of thing. And you've got your integrations here, and currently it's PayPal and Stripe that they've got. So it's very easy to set this up. You just connect to Stripe, and there's a little tutorial here how to connect with PayPal. So let's get into the fun bit, I guess, the marketing. So I really like how this is laid out as well. As you can see, I changed the color of this, which again, I'll tell you how to do that in the template I send you, because it comes with a course. And in that course, which I'm going to give you for free, has got a bunch of tricks and things like that, so you can change these colors and actually make a nice like gradient and stuff, which I really like. So social planner, it's a social planner, so you can kind of guess. Currently it's got Facebook, pages, groups, Instagram, and Google My Business. So if you ever have a post, or I can't remember the posting things that are out there, social planner or something like that. No, that's what this is called. I can't remember what it's called, but you can definitely, you can basically use this instead of what you're probably paying for, like £10 a month or something. So that saves a bit of money. And yeah, so it's really good. So you can schedule some posts and add links and things like that, just like a normal social planner. So I think it's really good. I don't think it's like as advanced as a few that are out there, but they've just released it. So this might get upgraded soon and do even better, bigger stuff. So in here we've got an actual full HTML email builder, which again is drag and drop. So let's just give it a second. So you can see here, so we can actually like kind of, you can really get in there and design these texts and add GIFs and things like that. And you can add all kinds of sorts of stuff. So you can add, shopping carts if you want, directly inside social markers. You've obviously got all your things here, and I think it does video as well. Yep, video. And multiple images, and you can put your own code in there as well. So I won't get into that too much, because it's kind of clear. You can you can move things around, and yeah, you can kind of do anything you like here. So I'm not going to save that. That was rubbish. Yeah, so you've got a full HTML builder. So the emails that you're going to send out are actually going to look nice, which is really cool. And you've got, I think this is going to be deleted soon, so there's no point in doing that. We've also got trigger links inside, which is super useful. So say if you sent an email out with a trigger link inside that is going to a product of some form, or it's going to a booking page or a marketplace or something like that. What you want to do is obviously track every time when someone clicks that link. And then, but every time when you click the link, there's no point in it just doing nothing, right? So what it can actually do is, as soon as you click it, it can trigger an automation. So it can trigger a whole new workflow. So if you know that they have clicked on something, and then within the workflow, it could say something like, okay, so someone's clicked this, but did they actually buy? It waited for like 20 minutes or something so they could go through the site. Did they buy anything? No. Okay, so it didn't buy. They didn't buy anything. So maybe we should send them another email saying, "Hi, we noticed that you clicked the link and you went on the site, or whatever, and here's a discount or something like that." So we can nurture them and we can get back to them by collecting that important bit of information. Now, my favorite thing is obviously the automations, because I'm a funnel geek, and I think this is incredibly powerful, what they've managed to achieve here. So I've just clicked on one of the workflows here, which is the Facebook lead form. So someone clicks on one of your Facebook lead ads on a form and fills out the form, and then GoHighLevel is going to collect that information without any use or need for Zapier or anything like that, which again is another quite large expense if you're getting lots of clicks. And then what it's going to do is then it's going to go through and it's going to create that opportunity. So it's going to throw it in that pipeline that we had a look at, that CRM system. It's going to assign one of the users, so one of your team members. It's then going to send them an SMS message, and you can obviously add anything here. So you've got like send email, send SMS, schedule a call. So that call, what that does is actually calls one of your team members, then has a whisper message inside that just says like, this is a call from this person about this, and etc. So you can kind of like set that up, and then you can press a button and it will automatically call the person. We've also got ringless voicemail, which is awesome. It works really well, but I wouldn't say to create a full campaign just using ringless voicemail. You should probably do that near the end. But basically what that does is it makes 2 calls and hangs up one just before the other one's connected, and then therefore it will get that person's voicemail, and then you can use a pre-recorded voicemail. You've also got Messenger, so it can, if you wanted to take, if someone messages you on your Facebook page, you can set up a Messenger to send back, as well as an Instagram DM. So that kind of takes care of all your social networking and any replies that go through there. Also Google My Business messaging, so say if you're a hairdresser or something like that. So the other day I wanted to get a haircut in a city that I wasn't a part of, and I looked on Google and I tried to find hairdressers, and it was just a shame that I couldn't see that like chat thing on Google Maps. And I did find one in the end, and I messaged it, but they still didn't get back to me very quickly. With this software, at least, as soon as they message you, they're going to get an instant message back saying, we're connecting you to someone. And then what it's going to do is going to then send you a notification, and then you can just have a look at your app and reply directly back in there, so you never miss anyone again in Google My Business. And then you've got all these things here, which I'm not going to go through everything, but you can set start dates and you can send review requests. You can even do an AI appointment booking bot, which does cost extra. And Eliza agent platform is again an extra cost, but it's very useful. And then you've got some other cool things. So if you're an agency listening to this, by the way, you're going to love this conversion API, so that it gets past the whole iOS issue. So it will actually do it will send Facebook that someone has bought the product or whatever, and they've converted in some way or another. And you can do things like add to custom audience, which is very useful for Facebook retargeting. So if someone's actually like clicked on your link and purchased something, then or hasn't purchased something, then you can add them to a custom audience, which could be like a Facebook retargeting campaign. And then you've got your membership stuff here, and then these bits here are really useful. So you've got like if else, so which we can see here. So like I've got here, did they reply? Did they open it and things like that? Did I get a response? And did they reply within 2 minutes? No. And then it's going to do a second attempt. Yes. And then like I've got things like Facebook retargeting audience, Facebook conversion API. Was the reply positive? So we can actually figure out if someone is saying no or yes, or use a phrase that is a negative or a positive. As you can see here, this one's quite complicated, so I've got things like go to, but you get to create some really cool ones. So this one I'm giving you is the Facebook lead form. So this is in my template, which you can get if you like. if you use my link below, and then you have to message me. But anyway, so yeah, so as you can see here, you can actually come up with like absolutely crazy stuff, like really complicated ones or really simple ones. So it's completely up to you on what you build. So as you can see, there's like a Google My Business message here, which you can have a look at. There's appointment confirmation, so make sure that an appointment is made, and there's like a simple offer, send review request. So these are all included in here, and if you create a workflow here, there is actually a few more recipes that are inside this one, for example. So for example, if you're reactivating a list, so if you've got a bunch of email addresses or SMSs, phone numbers for a lot of clients, so say if you're a gym or something, you could do a retargeting campaign by sending them all a text saying, hey, I've got this offer for you, and then boom, you've got some clients instantly. Sites, so websites. As you can see here, I've added a few funnels and things like that I found have been useful for me. You can actually go to the template library here and find more funnels created. And if you're an agency, you actually have access to the marketplace where you can buy these funnels for pretty damn cheap. So let's have a look at like CrossFit. So as you can see, you've got the funnel steps and things like that here. So they land on this page, so then they do a booking, and then it goes to a thank you page. It's quite a simple one, this one. But as you can see, it is super easy to edit this. So let's have a quick look. So yeah, so we've got like, I can edit anything. I can move things to make it smaller or bigger. I can change these, I can change everything. So I don't want to go too much into this. You've got also SEO tracking data and everything like that you need, and you can change any of the topography. And yeah, and you've got a few elements that you can add here. So there's a lot that you can actually do. So I'll just let you have a look through there quickly. So you can do custom JS and HTML and everything. And yeah, and that's kind of the funnel builder. I realize we've been this is quite a big piece of software, so it's quite a lot to review. You can build full websites as well, so you can actually jump in here and you can actually build full websites like an agency template. And you've got WordPress here, so that is basically you can actually pay a little bit extra and have your WordPress hosting done with GoHighLevel as well, and therefore everything is all in one place. So again, it's probably really good for those agency owners out there that create websites for people, because you can create them in here and using these things. But I like to use WordPress, so this is really useful for my clients. And yeah, and of course you've got a full course creator here. So within the memberships area, you can create any level of multiple products and limited products, so you can make as many courses as you want. There is nothing else. There's nothing holding you back there. You've got full analytics to figure out whether or not someone's actually finished a course or a section. So that's really useful if you wanted to create a workflow to go and see if they are if they have finished one part of the course. You can send them a message saying, thanks very much, here's a goodie or something, here's something to push you forwards to go on to the next one, to carry on. And obviously you can have you can actually create payment pages and things like that inside of here. So you can actually offer paid courses in here. You've got your forms and surveys. I'm not going to go into those too much. The survey is a little bit like Typeform, but not as advanced, I would say. And also I would say it doesn't look quite as good, but you can actually edit them. So I'm just being honest there. I prefer to use Typeforms, and rather than the surveys in here. But you could get a really good person who does CSS and you can do some quite cool, create a really nice looking survey in there. But yeah, I prefer Typeform, to be honest. Build forms, of course, you've got forms and everything in there. I don't know if you, it's just a form builder. it's nothing like that super interesting. So yeah, you can see here, so you can actually like, create a nice looking form to go on your site, and then you can embed that form and integrate that form directly on your actual your other websites, so on like WordPress sites and things like that. So you can actually embed the forms, the surveys, the calendars, and I believe the chat widget and the chat widget. You can definitely do all of those. So you've also got a little mini chat widget, which is down here, which is really cool. Again, it's not like super advanced, but they're working on it to make it more advanced. So it's not going to be quite as good as things like the Facebook, like WeChat and things like that. But it's awesome for to put on a client's site, or to put on your site. And if you didn't want to spend another $20 a month on WeChat, or $50, I can't remember how much it is now. But yeah, so it's nice. It's a nice and simple chat bot, and as soon as anyone messages on there, it's going to go directly to the app on your phone, and you can then reply instantly on that. So that again is super useful for your clients. Got URL directs, and then you've got a whole like media center here, so you can find all your media in one place. The last two things here is reputation. So you can send review requests using Google My Business. So you can send those directly to the client to fill out via SMS or email. And again, you can automate that procedure. And then here you can actually see an overview of how many, your average your invite trends, review trends, and things like that. So I would say this is insanely important for any local business out there, or agency that deals with local businesses, to have this ability to send review requests instantly or automatically, is a game changer, I think, and can actually really get you high up on Google Maps and absolutely destroy competition. So yeah, you can see here, and then I think they've got a little thing here where you can Yext is only available in the US, so you can't get this unless you're in the US. So anyway, reporting. So you got a full-blown reporting thing, so you can actually track all your Google ads. So this is awesome for agencies, so clients can actually come in, go on a dashboard, and then just see everything in one, instead of like them messing about with like 20 different tabs, and it can get just annoying. So you've got like Google, Facebook, attribution, reports, so you can actually see your conversions and where people are coming from, which I think is really cool. Call reporting, again, agent reporting, and appointment report. So you've got all of these reporting abilities to actually just see, so if you can actually run a full-blown call center from here if you wanted, which again is quite cool. And then you've got your settings down here, which I don't think we have to really go through. It kind of, it's settings. So you've got all your integrations kind of here, so you can integrate with QuickBooks if you like, and Shopify, and things like that. And you can add your own SMTP and Mailgun servers. So if you're an agency, I suggest Mailgun, as it's just simpler and easier. But you can actually add other things like Gmail, Yahoo, SendGrid, or any other SMTP. So that is something that you'll have to set up, which GoHighLevel will help you set up and help you choose the right thing on their onboarding, which is very cool. So we've just gone through the PAL Academy template. So if you're looking to get the $97 a month and sign up for the free trial for $97 a month for 14 days free, you can. I'm more than happy to send you this if you sign up using my link below. and that will this should actually give you everything you need, and as well as you get access to my omni-funnel marketing course, which teaches you all kinds of cool stuff. In fact, we can actually just go to academy.powerleads.com and have a look at what's included. So you can actually come here and see what's included in there, but instead of paying $49 a month. So yeah, we've got all of these things here, and you get a bunch of bonuses, and I keep adding to this as well every time when I think of a new like marketing trick. So that's really useful. Oh, it's $59 a month. So that is so if you're looking for the single account, click my link, send me a message, and tell me if you want this one, if you want the academy.powerleads.com, or if you're an agency, I also have just built this one, which is kind of crazy. This one is you can go on here, saasinbox.pro, and you're welcome to buy it if you like. I'm not sure what price it will be by the time you look at this. It's currently at $49, I think. Or if you are an agency, then this is the new course that I've created for agencies in particular. As you can see, agency owners are looking to scale. You can go on here, saasinbox.pro, and you're welcome to buy it if you like. I'm not sure what price it will be by the time you look at this. It's currently at like $49, I think. But inside here, you get a micro course, a copy of my PowerLeads SaaS template, which I'm going to show you in a second, and a full marketplace that you can upsell, and also Facebook ad copies and pics and videos, things like that you can actually go for. You can use straight away. So it's basically, it's called SaaS in the Box because it's SaaS in the Box. It literally helps you set up GoHighLevel as a SaaS. It's pretty much all the same. So you can actually create something a little bit like my page. And all of the things that I said there. You would actually, you also get a bunch of I give you something a bit like it kind of thing within the actual template itself. But if you wanted me to build you something like this, then we can have a talk using your SaaS. But yeah, in this one, I'll be very quick here because it's pretty much all the same, except you get the course and all the things that I said there. But you also get a bunch of templates which are small businesses unique. So you can actually go for what it does. So basically, it allows someone to sign up using. We've got SaaS. So how charge $97 or $197, or people click on here, they buy your. I suggest going higher than what I do. They start their 14-day trial, and then this 14-day trial is going to start going and basically nurturing them, sending them businesses information. So you can actually go reminding them, sending them good valuable information. We've got, and then what it's going to do is then it's going to start upselling these marketplace offers as well. So I've actually included in my template here the full the actual landing page for here that I used to use in order to get clients at the start before I built this bad boy WordPress site. And yeah, so I've used so you get this information, and you also get a marketplace. So you actually can. So I've actually you can actually upsell any of these, and if you're a person that's looking to build an agency, I also include white label prices, so that you can just use us as the white label in between and just change the prices as much as you want. But I'm going to actually make a video a bit more in depth about this. But yeah, this kind of covers. You can see you get 12 different pages here that are all different. So this could be your landing page, and you can add, create whatever costs you want here. And then there's a marketplace here that's filled with different packages, individual prices, VA training, and things like that. So this is your upsell. So essentially, you're giving them an amazing piece of software. And then you are then upselling these services to your marketplace. So I can give you either one. So all you need to do is basically click the link down below, sign up using my affiliate link, and that affiliate link doesn't change the price whatsoever in any way. I just get a percent of that. and it doesn't change anything in terms of the cost it is for you. And then send me a message either via my email address, james@powerleads.com, on my website, powerleads.com, and then click the little thing down the bottom right here, or message me on YouTube, and I will then check to see if you've actually signed up and actually started. And if all is good, then just tell me which one of the funnels, the courses you would like. And again, that's either Power Academy, which is for those local businesses out there and people who are looking to just do the $97 a month one, or SaaS, which you would need either the agency or the SaaS in a box upgrade, which is $297 a month and $497 a month for the actual SaaS. But you can actually still build this and use all of this and everything on the agency one. So it's up to you. And I hope that this has been of use. And I know it's quite a long video, and I thank you very much for sticking with us through this. But it is incredible software, and I think it has actually been a massive game changer to my marketing agency. I do things completely different now, and I'm definitely earning a lot more, and my clients are actually sticking with me for much longer, which I think client churn is one of the biggest problems in marketing agencies nowadays, particularly if you only do one thing and then 3 months later you lose the client, and that's cost you like £200 or something or more, and tons of your time in order to get them a part of it, and then in the end you only get like 3 or 4 months out of the client. So at least with this, when you have a SaaS, you build everything on the SaaS that you own and you run, and it's yours on your domain, and it makes you just look amazing, but also it it provides more stickability for the client, because they kind of need the workflows and things like that. So even if they start outsourcing all of the Facebook ads that you create them, and or whatever you do in terms of marketing services, if they outsource it or they get too large and you've worked really hard and you've done really well and they've grown, and then they basically they need to bring things in-house, then at least they're still using your software and paying you $297 a month, or whatever price you've set it at. So that's it for this. I hope it's been useful, and I will see you in the next one, where I think I'm going to be discussing more about the SaaS and more about SaaS templates, and a couple more things about just SaaS in general. All right, see you in the next one.